Hi guys, my name is Harry Yotis. I've been a professional trader for 20 years now. I started my career in 2005 working for National Bank Financial, one of the big six banks here in Canada. And for the past 10 years, I've been trading my own account. So, having said that, let's get started with a daily market update for Thursday, the 20th of November, 2025. Now, this is a chart of the S&P 500. This is Thursday. Okay, so ugly day, a lot of blood on the streets. Okay, but before we begin with our technical analysis, let's talk about the few macro data prints that came out today. One of them was the non-farm payrolls, but only for September, and that surprised to the upside. 119,000. They were expecting, I think, 50,000, and they got 119,000 jobs for September. That's odd. Everybody thought jobs would be cratering and going off a cliff. But nope, they're holding up. And the other thing that came out was a slew of initial claims data all the way till November 15th. Got them every week. And as you can see, they're not exploding higher. They're around the 220, 224 level. So this is like very, very encouraging from the jobs front. Nothing is cratering, however. That is why, like the Fed, looking at the Fed Watch tool, we're probably going to get no cut, no change coming in December. Yesterday, this was at 33%, but now it's climbing higher because of the carnage that happened today. Okay, so let's get to the technical picture of the S&P 500. This is called a giant bearish engulfing candle. Okay, we gapped up because of NVDA earnings yesterday that we mentioned. As you can see, NVDA, it's basically the same chart, gap up and then all the way back down. Okay, below the 50 NVIDIA still doesn't really violate, but this is a very ugly candle, and it too had a bearish engulfing. So let's go with SPY. Okay, so now we have bearish engulfing. It tried to hold above the 50. Would have been nice if it did, but it didn't. So this whole thing here, brought out a lot of fear because the market was down like 1.5% of the day, but basically a 3% drop from highs. This is a big, big move. Does it mirror this one right here? This is like a 2.7%. Yeah, it's like this, but worse because technically we have a bearish engulfing. Okay, so this gives us pause. Okay, because I thought that we're going to get a Santa Claus rally going forward. But after this candle, we have to put it on pause. I mean, I still think we get a rally, okay? But first, let's talk about the fear and greed index dropping to 6. I mean, when we had this tariff tantrum, it went to 3 here. We're already at 6 here. The massive fear, everybody thinks the AI trade is over. Okay, maybe, I don't know, but this means that extreme fear, everybody's positioned short now. Okay, everybody is Michael Burry at this moment. Everybody's short. Okay, so this is why I think we rally. However, this technical damage did a lot. Okay, and I think this technical damage is basically due to Bitcoin capitulation. Okay, so if we look at Bitcoin. Okay, this is where it all stems from. Okay, as you can see, as it was going down, the SPY was going down too. Even though it had okay news, there's a big drag on it. And today, like if you look at the intraday candle here, okay, we're going to go to a 15-minute chart. If you look at the intraday candle, okay, you have a big drop in the morning, a rebound, a drop, and flattish. Okay, it rebounded in the end. Okay, it's showing that we might be getting close to ending this capitulation phase, okay? Especially since we have a lot of volume that happened today. This is an intraday chart. This is a lot of volume, okay? Going back all the way to the crash, like here, when it crashed below 100,000, we had a lot of volume, okay? Right here, this area right here. This dwarfs it. It's much higher. Okay, so a lot of buying came in to try to find a level here. So we know that Bitcoin in the 15-minute chart had a lot of buying coming, so it gives us hope that it might be over, okay? Let's see if it mirrors the S&P 500 chart in the 15-minute, you see? S&P 500, it mirrored it down a little, down the whole morning after the gap up, a little relief rally, bear flag, and then back down again. However, Bitcoin finisher on here, the SPY is capitulating, okay? So when you have a move like this, I mean, you could see that it mirrors Bitcoin, okay? And I think that when this, let's go back to the daily, when this Bitcoin capitulation phase ends and Bitcoin stays very solid, let's say, it doesn't even have to rally. I mean, it could, because it could be some kind of snapback rally, but let's just say it hovers and the big selling is over, all the margin calls are done. I think this is when SPY rallies, okay? But given the bearish engulfing, we could gap down, open lower, especially since we finished at the lows, okay? This is what I am expecting to happen. Okay, I'm really expecting that we gap down, open. That would be a great buying opportunity for a short-term move, okay? Now, given this fact that we had such a big drop with this going to 6, I really think there's going to be a rally, okay? Whether it's gap down, open tomorrow or whatever, or it's something like this where it opens in the middle and goes up, I don't know. But I don't think the selling is done yet in SPY, okay? Could be, I don't know, okay? I just have a feeling that this is a big move down and we might get a gap down. I hope so. This is a buying opportunity. But the rally that's going to happen, I'm pretty sure it's going to happen. I don't know if it's going to be to new highs or if it's going to be a higher low before going down again, okay? That all depends on the situations going forward. So right now we have to put our bullishness on hold and say it and put it down to neutral. However, I still think there's going to be a rally. Okay? This is just too bearish, too soon, too much selling too fast for there not to be some kind of relief bounce, okay? I mean, that's what the odds favor, okay? I mean, we could get a flash crash, you never know, but those are the very, very extreme situations, very, very low probability events. So this also goes to show you that as a trader, when you trade, okay, when you take positions, especially when we took positions here and long, you have to define your risk. I took a lot of positions in MP, remember? We had our MP position. That came down today. It looked good. Still holding that second point here, that second higher low, okay? It looked good, but we did it with an option structure. So our trade has a maximum loss built into it, okay? And all your trades should have that. So that even if we get some kind of capitulation event, which is rare, you know exactly how much you could lose, okay? So although it sucks, it could be maybe 10, 15% of your portfolio if you put in a lot of positions, you still know that that is the maximum loss. And if the market drops a ton, you'll be protected. You will only lose whatever, 10 to 15%, whatever your maximum loss was from all your positions, okay? This is how you have to look at things when you trade. You have to look at the risk first before the reward, okay? So this is the most important thing of today. Like, this is like a capitulation event from Bitcoin. Let's recap, okay? Bitcoin is driving this event. Okay, and as you know this because if we talk about gold here, gold barely moved. It went down too, but not that much because it was acting as a liquidity provider to people who had to sell. Okay, so they were selling everything with a bid. So even gold was going down, but this holding up of gold is very, very good. Okay, very, very good indeed. This is consolidation. You see everything is at neutral in terms of the technicals, the RSI and everything. So I think it goes higher. Okay. So gold is telling us that this capitulation in Bitcoin, hopefully when it's over, you don't know, you have no idea when it's over. I think the SPY rallies from here, especially given the extreme sentiment and positioning. I mean, I could even look here, the put-call ratio is at extreme fear. It's massively high, okay? That's it. I mean, this is what I think is the big news going forward is capitulation soon ending. We're going to get a bounce, but asterisk, the bounce, I don't know if it's going to be a lower high or a breaking above. Okay, it all depends. We don't know yet. Okay, so thanks for watching, guys. See you tomorrow for another market update. If this helped and you liked what you hear, please like and subscribe. And of course, drop a comment in the bottom and I will always answer it. And of course, this is not financial advice. Always consult a professional if you want to, allocate your money in the stock market. This is just for education purposes only. So I'm looking forward to tomorrow because tomorrow is OPEX. We'll see what happens. It's going to be very, very exciting times going forward. Later, guys.